In our last class, we have seen what is measures of central tendency. There are 5 types in measures of central tendency. First one mean, median, mode, and geometric mean, harmonic mean. So we have learned some problems on mean, median, mode, geometric and harmonic mean. In this presentation, we are going to see the next topic, measures of dispersion. In this, we are going to see range, coefficient of range, quartiles and quartile deviation, some simple problems. Let us see first what is measures of dispersion. In measures of dispersion, we have 4 types: range, quartile deviation, mean deviation, standard deviation. In this presentation, we are going to see what is range and quartiles deviation. So let us see first range. Range formula is R is equal to L minus S. Here L is represents largest number, S is smallest number. So we know what is large, what is small. So L is largest number and S is smallest number. What is coefficient of range? Our coefficient of range formula is L minus S divided by L plus S. Let us see one example. Find the range and coefficient of range for the given data. Here some values are given. So first we have to find which is largest and which is smallest number. So here 29 is largest number, 8 is smallest number. So L is equal to L is largest number. So L is equal to 29. S is smallest number. So S is equal to 8. So our range formula is L minus S, which is 29 minus 8 is equal to 21. Caps R, range is equal to 21. And then coefficient of range. Our coefficient of range formula is L minus S divided by L plus S. So our largest number is 29 minus 8. Smallest number is 8 divided by 29 plus 8, which is 21 divided by 37. So if we divide this, you will get 0.5676. Our next example is find the range and coefficient of range. The data are given below. In this, wages and number of workers are given. In wages, the data are class interval. So you have to find first mid value. You know how to find mid value. So average of the first class interval is 40 and second class interval is 50 and then 60, 70, 80. So in this mid value, you have to find which is largest and smallest. So largest mid value is 80 and the smallest mid value is 40. So our range formula is L minus S, which is 80 minus 40 is equal to 40. And then coefficient of range. The formula for coefficient of range is L minus S divided by L plus S, which is 80 minus 40 divided by 80 plus 40 is equal to 40 divided by 120, which is equal to 0.333. Our next definition is quartiles and quartile deviation. Let us see first what is quartiles. There are 3 types of quartiles. First one is first quartile, second quartile and third quartiles. So which is denoted by Q1, Q2, Q3. In this, our Q2, second quartile, is also known as median. So what is our median formula, which is the Q2, second quartile. So for raw data, here in quartiles, we are separating 3 types of data. First one, raw data and discrete, and then continuous data. In raw data, a quartile formula is Q1 is equal to n plus 1 by 4th observation if it is our n is odd. If it is our n is even, then our first quartile formula is n by 4th plus n by 4 plus 1th divided by 2 observation. If it is our n is even, so which is our first quartile formula. Similarly, our third quartile formula is the same first quartile formula, but we have to use 3 times of n plus 1 by 4th observation if n is odd. 3 of n by 4th plus n by 4 plus 1th, the whole thing divided by 2 observation if n is even. So these are the formulas for first and third quartile for raw data. For discrete data, our first quartile formula is Q1 is equal to caps n, which is total frequency. So caps n plus 1 divided by 4th observation. Our Q3 formula is 3 of caps n plus 1 by 4th observation. For continuous data, our first quartile formula is L plus n by 4 minus m divided by f into c. We know this formula. We have used this formula in median. Our median formula is m is equal to L plus n by 2 minus m divided by f into c for continuous data. Similarly, here for quartile deviation, for quartile we are using Q1 is equal to L plus n by 4. In the place of n by 2 in median, we are using here n by 4 minus m divided by f into c. First quartile formula. Similarly, for third quartile, the same formula, but in the place of n by 4, we are using 3n by 4 minus m divided by f into c. Third quartile formula is L plus 3n by 4 minus m by f into c. Quartile deviation formula. Q dot d is equal to Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. The coefficient of quartile deviation is Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1, which is our coefficient of quartile deviation formula. Let us see one example. Find the quartiles from the following data. Here some data are given below. First we have to order this data into ascending order. So after that we have to check how many data are given, how many values are given. Here 11 values are given, so 11 is obviously odd. So we have to use a raw data formula for odd, if n is odd case. So our formula is Q1 is equal to n plus 1 by 4th item. So 4th observation, which is 11 plus 1 by 4th observation. 11 plus 1 is 12. 12 by 4th observation, which is third observation. So what is our third observation in the given data? 26 comma 26 is first observation. 29 is second observation. 32 is our third observation. So our first quartile is equal to 32. Similarly, we have to find third quartile. Q3 is equal to 3 of n plus 1 by 4th observation, which is 3 of 11 plus 1 by 4, which is 3 of third observation. So 3 into 3 is 9. Ninth observation in our given data, which is our ninth value. So our ninth observation is 72. So our third quartile is equal to 72. Our next example is find the quartile from the following distribution. Here discrete data are given. So we have to find quartile for this data. So x and f are given. X is let us construct a table. Let us put of x value in first column and then frequency in second column. Next we have to find cumulative frequency. We know how to find cumulative frequency. So in cumulative frequency, our first frequency value will be same 2, and then second value. So we have to find second cumulative frequency by using your frequency second term plus first term. So you will get 5. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. And then third cumulative frequency, you have to add third frequency plus second frequency plus first frequency, which is 5 plus 3 plus 2 is equal to 10. So which is your third cumulative frequency. Similarly, you have to add 1 by 1. You will get cumulative frequencies value. After that, you have to find summation f, which is summation f value is equal to 31. You have to check it, which is the total frequency is equal to 31. So here now we have to find Q1, which is first quartile. Our first quartile formula is n plus 1 by 4th observation, which is n, caps n is total frequency is 31. So 31 plus 1 divided by 4. So 31 plus 1 is 32 divided by 4 is equal to 8. So 8th observation. So in our question, our 8th observation is 14. So how will you find out 8th observation? So in cumulative frequency, you have to check which value is exceeds 8. So which is more than 8. So if we see a third cumulative frequency is 10. So which is more than 8. So we have to choose, that is our exact observation. So the corresponding x value is 14. So our first quartile is equal to 14. Similarly, Q3 is equal to 3 of n plus 1 by 4th observation, which is 8th observation. So 3 8s are 24. So now we have to check 24th observation. So in cumulative frequency, which is exceeds 24. So here 25 is more than 24. So we have to choose the corresponding x value is 26. So which is your third quartile. So Q3 is equal to 26. Thank you for watching this video. In our last class, we have seen what is measures of central tendency. In this presentation, I have given exact definitions of range, coefficient of range and quartile for raw data and discrete data. In our next class, we are going to learn about what is quartile deviation for continuous data and what is quartile deviation. Thank you once again.